Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, I am coming to you live recorded from a studio deep in the mountains as we hunker down trying to keep ourselves safe. But not just keeping you safe, but also keeping you educated. I had a request earlier today, came by carrier pigeon, asking if I would show some addition and subtraction of two-digit numbers using regrouping. So here we go. I'm going to be calling on the studio audience to give me numbers that we can use. So, good. 81. And, 36. Thank you. We're going to start with subtraction. And we've got, we're trying to find the difference between 36 and 81. And I know when we were kids, way back long ago, it was just cross off, borrow. We're doing the same thing. We're using different language to help them understand the place value of it. So for example, if I think of this as $81, and I think of this as $36, and I have 8 tens and one $1 bill, and 3 tens and 6 $1 bills, I can't take 6 $1 bills from one $1 bill. So what I'm going to do is I have to take one of my tens. So now instead of having 8 tens, now I have 7 tens. But I cannot change the value. So I take that 1 10, and I break it into ones. So if I took 1 10, now I have 7 tens, I have 10 left over, and that's why this becomes 11. So now this is 7 tens and 11 ones, which is the same as 8 tens and 1 1. But now I have it broken apart, so I can subtract this way. So now I have 11 ones minus 6 ones is 5 ones. 7 tens minus 3 tens is 4 tens. Now obviously you know that addition and subtraction are inverse operations, which means the opposite operation. So if we want to go back and check, which we always want to go back and check to make sure we're right, we're going to take our difference, add, and I always get minuend and subtrahend mixed up, so I'm just going to say and add this number. And if we do it right, if we did all our math right, both in our addition and subtraction, we should get 81. Same thing, we're looking at place value. We have 5 ones plus 6 ones. Well, if I gave you 5 ones and somebody else gave you 6 ones, how many ones do you have? Good answer, 11 ones. But nobody wants to carry around 11 ones in their wallet. The wind blows, you lose it all. So instead, we're going to have 1 1, and we're going to change the other one to a 10. And since this is my tens place, now I have 1 10 and 1 1. So this is like when we said before, just add, carry, drop, whatever, all that fancy language we used before, but we didn't know why we were doing it. What we're trying to teach kids nowadays is why you're doing it. Place value is very important in this. So now we have 1 10 plus 4 tens plus 3 tens, which gives us 8 tens. So we got 81. So our difference and our sum worked out perfectly. Let's look at a couple more. All right, let's find the difference between 54 and 39. Another thing that teachers use nowadays is also using the correct vocabulary. So you don't just say 54 minus 39, you'll say something like find the difference of 54 and 39. Please go sit down. Find the difference between 54 and 39. So that's another thing that is different from when we learned it when we were younger. Same type of problem. Think of it this way. This is my ones place. And let me throw something out here that always makes my kids crazy. Does the number 54 have a decimal point? Wrong. It does have a decimal point. The decimal point is always directly behind the ones place. Now we've said this is the ones place. So if I wanted to, I could put my decimal point right there. And that's the same. Just like if I made it into money, this is the same money amount. Okay, my 4 is in the ones place. My decimal point goes directly behind the ones place. It's not always written, but it's always there. It's always behind the ones place. So if you don't have a decimal point written down, find the ones place, put it directly behind the ones place, in between the ones place and the tenths place. But I digress. Usually I'm a lot more funny than this, but you know, I'm coronaed out. So now we're back in our ones place. We have 4 ones. We need to subtract 9 ones from that. We cannot do that. So I go over, and I have 5 tens here. Well, I can't keep it just 5 tens. I'm going to take that 5 tens. I'm going to take one of them. So now I have 4 tens. But I changed that 1 that I took away. I've got to change it to ones. So if I take 1 10 away, that gives me 10 ones. I already have 4 ones. So now I have 14 ones. Because think of it as money again. 4 tens plus 14 ones is 54. So I'm not just borrowing and changing a number and adding a 1. The reason I'm doing it is because I'm breaking apart the place value. So now I have 14 ones minus 9 ones, which is 10, 11, 12, 13, 5. I have 5 ones. 4 tens, subtract 3 tens, and I end up with 15. To check it, if I add these two together, I should get 54. So let's take 15 and 39. So we're going to find the sum of 15 and 39. S-O-M-E is the wrong way to spell it. S-U-M. Of 15 and 39, that's the answer to an addition problem. That'll be on an upcoming quiz. We have 5 ones and 9 ones. Well, 5 and 9, the sum is 14. We don't want to carry around 14 ones. So we take 1, we take 10 of those 14 and change it into a $10 bill. So now we have 4 ones left. We had 1 10, so 9 and 5 gave us 14, which is 4 ones and 1 10. 1 plus 1 plus 3 tens, so I have 10, 20, 50 tens, which means 54. That's 5 tens and 4 ones. 5 tens and 4 ones. I may have made that confusing on that one. Sometimes my mouth works faster than my mind. Let's go the other direction. Let's start with adding. We'll find the sum of 2 two-digit numbers. Let's take, we're going to find the sum of 58 and 97. Sum, answer to an addition problem. This time we're adding together. So I have 8 ones and 7 ones. Well, the ancient Egyptians taught us that 8 plus 7 is 15. So now I have 15 ones. I don't want to carry around 15 ones. So I keep 5 of the ones. And I change, and I have a 10. So now I have 1 10 and 5 ones, same value, 15. I have 1 10 plus 5 tens plus 9 tens. Now, I like to, you can move addition and multiplication around, whatever makes it easy. So I'm going to take 9 plus 1, makes it 10, and then add 5, and makes it 15. So now, this 1 is in the hundreds place. So if we thought of it just as money, I had 100, which I don't ever carry around hundreds. I have 5 tens, and I have 5 ones. That's why when we carry, here we had 15 $10 bills. Think of it as money. 15 $10 bills. I don't want to carry around 15 $10 bills. My wallet would not be used to that. So I changed 10 of those $10 bills into a $100 bill. So then we have a difference of, a sum of 155. We want to go back, inverse operation again. And if I take this, my sum, subtract one of my add-ins, it should give me the other add-in. Okay, so if I keep going on this, I have 5 1s, subtract 7, I can't do it. So I'm going to take one of my 10s, add it over here, so now I have 4 10s and 15 1s. 15 subtract 7 is 8. 4 subtract 9, I can't, but this is already 14. So 14 subtract 9 should give me 5, so it gives me 58. So it's all about place value. Adding and subtracting, it's all about place value. So keep that in mind. If you have other videos you want me to record, please just let me know on Facebook or comment below. Boom, shakalaka, peace out, God bless, love you, do something kind today, save the bees.